Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel today. I hope you're all doing good. I'm back with another video today. There has been some updates about Zubimendi. Arsenal have been linked to Madueke from Chelsea, and Victor Gyokeras I'm going to speak about as well. So there's going to be a few things to talk about today. I'm not going to lie to you guys, this weather is a bit too much for me, so I thought I'd come in today and, chat with you guys for a little bit today. But I hope you guys are all doing good. And yeah, there's going to be a lot to talk about again today. Unfortunately, we've not sent anyone yet, but there are still updates that I thought would be good to discuss. I know this video is an earlier type of video today as well, so I appreciate anyone who is with me here today. Let's speak about Zubimendi. I did a video about him yesterday actually, to say that Arsenal have obviously agreed a fee with him that was obviously a bit more than what they probably expected. But the Arsenal today haven't, the rumours are that he is in London, and I think it's obviously nice to know that this saga might be over soon, because I'm not gonna lie to you guys, it has been quite frustrating not knowing if he's actually joining Arsenal, because we all expected him to join Arsenal, when we heard all these rumours a while ago. So for me, finally now knowing that he's in London and the deal is going to get done soon is obviously refreshing to hear, and it's exactly what we want to hear now. So I reckon if he's in London, I presume he's going to get his medical done, then this is probably going to be announced hopefully by the end of the month. I hope Arsenal can do that. But yeah, as I said, these last few days have been quite, it's been the same old stuff with the window. So yeah, it's looking a lot more promising now that things are going to happen. And as we all know, that he was sort of linked to Madrid, and I think Madrid did try to get him, but I think at that point he'd already decided he was coming to Arsenal. And it's nice knowing as fans we can relax a bit knowing that he's in London and the deal will be getting done pretty soon. So what with Zubimendi, that is obviously the latest. Obviously David Ornstein did post that and write a bit about that with him coming to London. So yeah, it's looking like that it's actually confirmed now that he's actually going to be at Arsenal, which is obviously a relief for us fans, knowing that he is going to be here and we can relax a little bit more. So with Zubimendi, that is the latest. I will obviously do a video when it does get announced, because right now that is pretty much the situation. Not much is really happening other than that. But yeah, he's in London, so I hope now that he can obviously get his medical done, meet the players, meet the staff, and hopefully just want Arsenal to announce it very soon. So yeah, that's obviously something exciting. I think when he does get announced, I think it would be nice as fans to have a player to. I think we've always wanted to see Arsenal make a signing, and I think for us it'll be nice to hear some positive news and exciting news about a player. So yeah, this has obviously been a long time coming, but I'm happy that we've actually finally got a player at Arsenal. So yeah, I just wanted to bring you that positive news today about that, which obviously I'm happy about. Big up Gunner_fan. I hope Madueke doesn't join Arsenal. How does he improve us? I'm going to speak about it now because it's a very weird one. Obviously, according to some reports, Arsenal are monitoring Madueke's situation at Chelsea. More than one source has suggested Chelsea will consider offers. The summer it says they're not actively looking to sell him, but if a good price came in, they would be happy to offload him. Also, we all know Arsenal are wanting to bring in a wide player. We've obviously spoken about quite a few different players been spoken about at Gordon, Rodrigo, Elanga, and obviously Madueke, for me, is an option that Arsenal are keeping their eyes on. He's obviously a left-footed, and he could provide support for Saka on the right wing. I think with the right wing, I feel like for me, Ranieri is definitely that second choice though. So I feel like we know Saka's obviously our first choice, and we all know now that Ranieri hopefully will get more chances next season. He's the second choice. So I feel like we definitely need a left winger, not really a right winger. I'm not really sure. I think the problem that I have with this is that I think Arsenal do probably like to save some players that have had a really good potential. I mean, Havertz is a good example. He obviously went through a tough time at Chelsea, and then he grew in confidence. I know he scored in that final at Chelsea, and I think Arteta saw him and thought, I probably want to save him and him. I think Havertz was like a project player at Arsenal. I think Arteta likes those type of players, but we all know as Arsenal fans, we need players that are going to come in and be good now. And I just worry that we're going to bring in players that are going to be good in the future when we know we need a player that's going to come to Arsenal, be good now, and step up and really change and improve this team. So to answer that question as well, I don't know if he would improve us, to be honest with you. I'm not personally a fan of us going for Chelsea players all the time. I do think with Kepa, I think that's a different situation because with him, I feel as though he would be a good choice. He would be a good backup, and he was only 5 million. So for that, I feel a bit different about it. For this, I think he's a good player, but I don't think that he would be. He's a great player. And I do believe there's a difference between being good and being great. And I think great players take you on to a different level. Great players really elevate the team. I'm not suggesting that he couldn't do that, but I'm personally not all for this. I'm not sure if it's likely to happen. I mean, you will hear Arsenal be linked to players. It's the transfer window. We're going to hear a lot of rumours. But yeah, for me, I just feel as though, especially on the right, we've got backup anyway. We've got Ranieri. We know Saka's our starter anyway, but we saw bits of Ranieri last season, and I feel as though Ranieri did pretty good from the times we did see him. He really stepped up and did incredible. So I feel as though I wouldn't want this to push out Ranieri if we brought him to Arsenal. So for me, like I said, I'm not big on this, to be honest with you. We do need wide players. We obviously know that that's so important for us, but I just don't think this is what Arsenal need right now. We've been linked to quite a few wide players. I mean, for example, I would definitely take Elanga, Gordon possibly, and Rodrigo, of course, over him. So yeah, Arsenal obviously are definitely wanting to bring in some players though. So it's good. I think it's great we're looking to bring in and attacking players. I think it's great that we're looking at that. But for me, I just think that personally, there's different levels. I mean, we need someone that's going to come in and on the wide. I mean, another thing is we don't know what's happening with Martinelli's future, with Trossard's future. Because if they're both staying, then I think they could possibly become squad players. I do definitely feel like Trossard is definitely a good player coming off the bench. I think for sure like Martinelli might be a bench player as well. Possibly might start more, but I think they're both going to be squad players next season. And I think it's so important that we do strengthen in our attack. I've said so many times, we need to improve in our attack. That's definitely been our biggest problem. Throughout the season. So yeah, obviously, Madueke, Arsenal have just sort of been looking at him. Nothing right now has been announced, which I'm quite happy about. I mean, I know other clubs are showing interest in him. I don't know how much they would want for him personally. I mean, like I said, he is a good player, but I just don't know if he would really improve us in the way we want Arsenal to improve. So yeah, I mean, like I said, I don't really. It's really weird because Arsenal and Chelsea. I mean, especially Arsenal have done a lot of business over the years with Chelsea, and I mean, some of them have been good. I mean, David Luiz, I would say he ended up being good. I mean, Kepa, I think he's one I'm excited for. There's been so many players that we have been linked to from Chelsea, but it's really crazy because as fans, we hate Chelsea and Chelsea hate Arsenal. There's that rivalry there, but we still go for their players. I mean, I know back in the day they took some of our best players, which was really hard to take. I mean, there's so many players I could mention, but I feel like it's crazy that we're actually going for some Chelsea players because, like I said, there's so much rivalry between both teams. I mean, we do take Chelsea players off their hands. I mean, they don't generally buy Arsenal players that much. Um, I know they've bought some of our youth sort of players growing in, but yeah, it's an interesting one, really, it really is. But yeah, obviously for me, I'd probably say no to this one. But we're going to have to see what happens and how it does develop in the upcoming weeks. But yeah, right now Arsenal haven't obviously put any bids in for any of these sort of wide players. I think Arsenal are just probably keeping their options open with this one, and seeing how it develops. Big up all of you in the chat, I do appreciate it. Big up Champions 25. Hope you Sam Madueke. Let me know why. I want to know your thoughts. I want to hear everyone's thoughts on why you'd want him, or if you don't want him at Arsenal. Obviously, I've told you that I personally wouldn't want him at Arsenal. Big up Niall. Hey there. Hope you're good. Thank you so much for popping in today and tuning in. Hope you're having a good day so far. So yeah, obviously that is the latest on that. I've got a lot of other things to talk about. I'm going to start off with Gyokeras actually. I did do a video, as I said yesterday, about this. And yeah, not much has developed completely. I think there's definitely been a few sort of things. I definitely believe Gyokeras wants to come to Arsenal. I have heard that he has told his family and friends that he's joined Arsenal, so I think he feels quite confident about it. I think the only thing that's stopping us from getting him is the money. Obviously, I think they want 80 million. And obviously that's a big price. I mean, we all know Arsenal did put a bid in for Gyokeras. They got rejected, which I think we put in around 50 million or 54 million. And that is obviously way lower than what they want. So I do think Arsenal will go back and put in a bid. I think it will probably be a bid of like 60 million or 70. Because I think Arsenal probably want to do the business as cheap as possible, because we know that we've got to bring in a lot of players this summer. We know we've got a lot of signings to make, so I think it's definitely interesting to see how this is going to develop. Big up Andy Preston. I think Arsenal should sign a Morgan Rogers. Yeah, absolutely. I would love him at Arsenal. We have been linked to him as well. I mean, nothing's particularly developed as well. I think Arsenal are just showing a lot of interest in him, but I think it's definitely, I think that would be a good bit of business, that, to bring him to Arsenal. As I say, I always like players that have played in the league as well. They know what it's like and they've got that experience as well, which he has. So yeah, I'm interested to see if Arsenal are going to actually put in any bids for him, or if anything's going to develop with that. But yeah, it's good Arsenal have actually shown interest in him. I mean, for me, I still can't get my head around when Arsenal haven't shown any interest in Eze. Like, he would improve us massively. I don't understand why we're not showing any interest in him. So there's definitely a lot of players out there that we could go for, but I don't think we're going for many of the ones I want us to go for. But obviously, I'm definitely fascinated to see how this window develops and how that happens. But obviously, Morgan Rogers for me would definitely be a really good signing. Now obviously I was talking about Gyokeras as well. So yeah, obviously he is very determined to play for Arsenal. I've heard so many rumours about him wanting to play for Arsenal, and as I said, I think if we had to pick on paper, everyone is going to have a different opinion on him or Sesko. I would definitely pick him, because I think on paper, we can only go off by paper, because neither of them win the league, neither of them have experienced the Premier League, and we can't predict how either of them are going to do. Sesko might come in the league and do better. It is so difficult to predict right now. It's so hard to know which one of them could be better suited to the league. But for me, obviously Gyokeras has probably the better sort of stats and things like that. And yeah, obviously he has rejected a lot of other clubs to join us. He seems very keen to come to Arsenal. I think, as I said, the only thing is, the fee. That's the problem. And it does seem like it would be a dream move for him. Like, when I've been doing research and looking up about it, it does seem like very, very keen to join Arsenal. And I think that's obviously lovely to hear, that you always want players to want to come to Arsenal, and you want players to come with the right attitude. So for me, obviously, I think it's really refreshing to hear that he is very keen to join Arsenal, even though he's actually had other links. I mean, Juventus have been interested in him, and there's some Saudi clubs have been interested in him. So for me, it's obviously really refreshing to know that his eyes are on Arsenal. And yeah, I do think Arteta probably would like him, but I think, as I said, how much are we gonna pay for him? That's the biggest problem right now. So yeah, he obviously he's ready to talk to Sporting and demand the respect, the agreement that they had with him. So, I think for me, he definitely wants them to get the deal done. But I think it's about Arsenal as well, how much they're willing to pay for Gyokeras, because obviously it would be a lot of money. It's gonna be tons of money, 80 million. But I think for me, that's how much a striker's going to be these days, 70, 80 million. 70 to 100 million is probably how much a striker would cost. I know everyone knows that I love Isaac, and he's going to be over 100 million, probably 150 for being honest. So I think for me, I think 80 million, should we just pay? Do Arsenal just pay for it? Or I do kind of think Arsenal probably keep the options open. So I'm interested to see what does happen with that. Maybe up Kevin Madueke would be my best suit out of that lot. Yeah, it's interesting. I mean, I do feel with Arsenal that we have this tendency to bring in players that are more project players. Like, if a player's obviously got a good potential and they've fallen off a bit, I feel like we've got the tendency to bring in them players to sort of save them and be the hero. Which I'm not saying is a bad thing, but for me next season, as I've said, at Arsenal, I think it's make or break for Arteta, and I think he has to get it right this summer. So I think if I was him, I wouldn't bring him in at all. I think I'd bring in someone like Rodrigo. I mean, Rodrigo's definitely a lot of money as well. And if we're getting a striker, I don't think we're going to get Rodrigo. I mean, I'm pretty sure they want 90 million for Rodrigo, which for me is a lot of money. And I think that it's going to be a big ask for that to happen. But I'm not saying he wouldn't do well at Arsenal. I just don't think he would be the player that we need right now. I think if we had, if we were like maybe like a Liverpool Man City that had the right tools, like we had a striker, we had a winger, and we had all those tools that we have. But I think we need to get these tools. Like obviously Liverpool have Mo Salah, and Man City have Haaland and the other players around them like Foden. I know he's not been great this season, but they've got those players and they've really helped them win the league. So Arsenal first of all need to bring in the right players that are really gonna take us to that next level. Like obviously, it's a big ask me saying this. Rodrigo and Gyokeras, they would be, my ideal signings, but I am open to listen to offers, with other wingers, that won't be as good as Rodrigo, but obviously Anthony Gordon, I wouldn't mind Arsenal. I do think as well, as I mentioned, I'm interested to see what Arsenal are going to do with, Martinelli, Trossard. Are they going to stay? Are they going to just happy be bench players? I mean, I wouldn't blame them if they weren't particularly happy being on the bench all the time or being a squad player. I think players at clubs know their role. They'll know if they're a squad player. They'll know if they're here to be on the bench. So I think for me, if they're happy with that role, then obviously I'd be happy to have them, still have them Arsenal. But I just think that this summer we need to bring in those players that are already proven, already are going to win us things. I mean, we need someone like, when Declan Rice came in, I knew he was going to be good because he's been in the league, he's got experience, and he was a lot better than what I thought anyway. So I feel like Arsenal definitely need to bring in players that are already proven, that already we know how good they are already. I know it is always a risk bringing players from different leagues, of course, but I think for Arsenal, we've just got to do the right bit of business this summer. We have to get it right, as I said. Big up, Ashik. I hope you're good. Hey, I hope you're well. I'm scared of Liverpool signings. Like Liverpool are doing good. I'm not gonna lie. They are getting their business done. They are not messing around this summer, and fair play to Liverpool. Liverpool have also, I know I've mentioned this probably, but Liverpool are definitely interested in Isaac, which will hurt me. But yeah, I think they're doing the right business this summer, and that's what we've got to do. So yeah, obviously that is sort of the latest. I did actually do the video last week on Nico Williams, and Arsenal, like I said, we're going to offer him a lot more money than any of the other clubs. Obviously he's now, going to Barcelona on a 6-year deal there. So yeah, I think it just shows you that, even at Arsenal, I know this might not be true, Arsenal, was gonna, according to sources, Arsenal was gonna pay the most. He still wanted to join Barcelona, so money isn't everything. Even though we offered him a lot of money, according to sources, he does seem quite happy to, you know, join Barcelona. Obviously, there are other clubs that were interested in him, but yeah, obviously, I wanted just to speak on that briefly because I did do a video on Nico Williams a few days ago. So yeah, he's obviously gone to Barcelona. He would have been a player. He's a player that I don't think a lot of Arsenal fans would have liked. I wouldn't. I would have probably been happy with him, to be honest with you. Arsenal. A lot of fans aren't too keen on him, but yeah, I think we can't really turn our noses up to everyone, to be honest with you. We do have to actually bring in a winger. I mean, I also don't want Arsenal to now look on the right-hand side. Like, we need improvement on the left-hand side. Because obviously, like, I am happy with the right-hand side. Obviously, it would be good for a good backup, but obviously when Neri's sort of there, and I'm hoping that we're going to see more of Neri in that position next season. So yeah, I'm interested to see how that's going to develop in that position with Neri and Saka. But obviously, we know Saka's a starter anyway next season. So, yeah, I just think Arsenal need to focus on the left hand side as well. Isak next, yeah, I would not be surprised at all if Liverpool went for Isak. I do think Liverpool definitely want him. Liverpool would pay a lot of money for him. Liverpool probably got a lot more money. I mean, they've won the league. They're selling players as well. They've got a lot of money. So I have no doubts that that they will get him. I am under the impression that Newcastle wouldn't want to sell him, and I completely get that because he's their best. He is their best player probably. So that definitely makes a lot of sense. But yeah, Liverpool, if they got him, I'd be jealous. But I think if Liverpool sign Isak, I'd probably tell you they're going to win the league with that. With a player like Isak, I mean, they're doing a lot of other business as well, but I'd be like, they're definitely getting him this summer. Like, that would be a crazy signing. That'd be like a statement signing. I feel like Arsenal need one of those signings. We need like a statement signing, for sure. But yeah, going into next season, I think we have to have a sign like that. I would say our statement sign for us would be like a Rodrigo or someone. So if we can do that, obviously, I'd be very, very happy. Big up, Emerson. I hope you're good. Hi, Sophie. And I do think Madueke will buy him. I don't know. I don't know if we're going to buy him. I don't think he would be a lot of money. I reckon he might be. I don't know how much do you think Arsenal would pay. I think he might be about 30 to 40 million, possibly. So yeah, I mean, obviously, squad depth I think is important. I don't think he would be a starter. He might be someone that would come off the bench or play in the cup games. I mean, this is the thing. We obviously know as fans we need to win stuff next season. I do think we have to win the league or the Champions League. But I do also think when you're looking at the FA Cup as well, it would be good to have some players that could come in, that could be a bit of a rotation, that we could probably rest. I mean, you want to be able to rest some of your best players going into these cup games. You want to be able to rest, maybe Gabriel, Rice, Saka. In an ideal world, you'd want to rest Saka, but we just don't know how it's going to go next season with the squad depth. We need more squad depth, and obviously it does depend if Martinelli's going to be here, if Trossard's going to be here. I did hear Arsenal were wanting to sell Martinelli, but okay, we will not buy him. No, it's all right. Don't worry. I don't think we're going to get him, but I think Arsenal are keeping options open with the squad depth, with sort of the wingers. We all know the left hand side is our weakness. We know the left hand side is the side that we need the most help with. So I'm obviously really hoping that is something that we can get sorted, because I think the strike is important, and obviously we all pretty much know Kepa's going to come to Arsenal. Zubimendi, that's pretty much set. But other than that, obviously with the Gyokeras stuff, I think it's pretty much Arsenal need to just put a higher bid in, and then he can be ours. So obviously interested to see if Arsenal are going to do anything with that, if Arsenal are going to put in a higher bid. But yeah, I just worry this summer. Like, I do want Arsenal to bring in players that are good now, that are going to bring us value now, and I'm worried that we're just doing signings that are going to be good in a few years' time, that are going to develop in a few years' time. I mean, people kind of have that opinion on Sesko. And I think with Sesko, I feel like he could be a player that could be good in a few years, or he could be a player that could come in and do really well. We just don't know these things. We just don't know how it's going to pan out. So I feel like it's so tough. You just don't know how some of these players are going to do. So yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how it goes with that. But yeah, so yeah, it's going to be interesting who we do get. I mean, I just want us to sign someone soon, but I said from today, looks like Zubimendi, as I said before at the start of the video, if anyone didn't hear what I said, with Zubimendi, he is in London, according to David Ornstein, and it pretty much that saga could be over. So I think that's going to be really positive news, because if we get that signing done pretty soon, I think it gives us fans a bit of hope. And listen, he's going to be a really good signing going into next season. I know I mentioned about Thomas Partey as well, because he is obviously going to leave Arsenal, which is what it is. I mean, I hope we can get a replacement for him, or another midfielder going into next season, because we are going to be a bit light if it's just Zubimendi, Rice, and obviously Odegaard. So yeah, obviously Zubimendi, I'm happy to hear this news about that. It's obviously been a bit of this one has dragged on for a very long time with Zubimendi. It's been a lengthy one. I mean, we've all thought we signed him. It looked like he could have gone to Madrid. So yeah, I'm just happy that hopefully, he can get his medical done. He'll be announced pretty soon. So yeah, fingers crossed, guys. We'll hear that announcement. Big up Andy. Yeah, I'm hoping that it gets announced. Yeah, I'm really happy about this. Big up Emerson. They're looking out, and the signing of Zubimendi and kept close to completed as the next few weeks at the start of pre-season in Spain, early July. Yeah, I think it's going to be happening soon anyway. And I think as well, like, when you're looking at Arsenal's pre-season, we need some of these players to really be here for that. It gives you good preparation going to next season. And I feel as though it'll be good knowing that we've got these players, and that's why I want us to bring in a striker soon, because it can give us an idea of how they play and how they fit into our style of play. So yeah, I'm really hoping that obviously Gyokeras, we can put in a bid for him, and that can be announced as well. So yeah, guys, that is obviously pretty much the updates on the situation. I'm happy now to answer any of your questions you guys may have as well regarding Arsenal's window. I'm happy to do I'm happy to do a Q&A type of thing. Big up to everyone as well that is in this chat. And there's quite a few of you here, so thank you all for joining in today. Like I said, I'm going to stay on here for a bit longer, as I want to do like a type of Q&A a little bit towards the end. But yeah, guys, don't forget to hit the like button for me. Do subscribe here if you are new, and like I said, do comment down below as well. Any questions you guys have. As I said, I'm going to sort of do like a Q&A bit now, and big up to Harry. The question is, why isn't Zubimendi signed yet? I'm not gonna lie, it has taken a very long time, and yeah, and my patience are running thin now, but it's looking like he's in London, so I'm pretty sure that means that he's gonna get the medical done and he's gonna sign. So yeah, I'm obviously really hoping Arsenal can get it done, because we need him. We need a signing for us to be excited about. Because obviously right now, I'm not gonna lie, I'm not really excited. Obviously, like I said, Zubimendi and Kepa are the ones that are probably going to be announced the soonest, because I'm pretty sure they were all agreed anyway. So yeah, with that, Zubimendi, I'm hoping and praying that gets announced pretty soon, because I'm just like, yeah, I think we're just tired of the saga. I mean, the saga seems to be over. As I said, he's not going to Madrid. He's definitely coming to Arsenal. And obviously, every day more news is developing, so it could seem like he's going to join us, which is obviously definitely very exciting for us. Kepa, yeah, I hope he gets announced soon. I really do. He'll be definitely a good backup goalkeeper, but I do think he's going to come into Arsenal to want to make it hard for Ryan to have that competition with him, Big up Andy Human. Nice to meet you. Loving the content, like and subscribe, people. Thank you so much, Andy. I really appreciate that. Always lovely to meet you, and always lovely to meet your faces in here as well. But yeah, guys, if you can, as Andy says, do like this video, do subscribe. But I do really appreciate your comment there as well. Obviously as well, the women's stuff, not much has gone on with Arsenal women lately. I'm hoping we do sign Chloe Kelly. That would be a great signing. But yeah, obviously, I'm just hoping that things can get announced pretty soon. Now let me go through your questions. Big up Andy, do you think Chloe Kelly will sign? Yeah, I do. Obviously, the latest that I saw on Chloe Kelly's situation was obviously that she was obviously, it looks like both parties, the latest news with Chloe Kelly is that both parties seem to be happy with it, and it does definitely seem as though that she would want sort of 3 years is what they're offering her, which I think is great. I mean, I forget how young she actually is. I mean, I think she's in her late 20s. Is she like 27? And you know, she's going to play in the Euros. She's going to be such an important player for us. So I think Arsenal has said, I don't care how much she wants to be paid. I think we should just pay her whatever she wants to get the deal done, and just sign her. So yeah, I'm really hoping Arsenal can do that this summer. But yeah, I don't know when it will be announced. Obviously, the window is open for the women's team. You know, I saw Man City women do business as well, so we can bring players in now. I'm obviously interested to see who we actually do bring in. But yeah, now is the time really for Arsenal to sign some players. So yeah, hopefully Chloe Kelly will be, yeah, I hope we can see that happen, because I think it would be, that is what you'd call a statement signing, because she was so important for us throughout the summer, throughout the Champions League tournament, and obviously we won it, and she was a big part to play in that. So I'm also really hoping that she can, stay for Arsenal. I mean, 3 years would be amazing. Never really thought she'd ever come back to Arsenal, so yeah, I'm really happy about this. Big up Emerson. Who do you think will come into the first team from the academy next season, other than Dalman as a squad member? Honestly, I don't know, because obviously we've seen Lewis Skelly. We've obviously seen Lewis Skelly get into the first team, and he's had to work really hard to do that. I mean, it's hard to pick, because obviously other than Dalman, I don't really know. I mean, Dalman, I definitely think he can do that for sure. I think the only time you're really going to see any of the academy players is when they've obviously come, in the cup games. The cup games are the perfect opportunity. I do also want to see more of Ranieri as well. I try to think other than Dalman, who I think could probably get minutes. I mean, I think it's really difficult, because I think Arteta will probably want. I don't know who's going to be in the squad next season, but I do feel as though Arteta's wanting to probably give a bit of everyone a bit of game time. So I feel like it's going to be really difficult. But I really do hope that we'll get to see. I just love the opportunity for Arsenal to give younger players a chance. I really think it would be a great thing for Arsenal to do. So yeah, I think you should definitely give more players a chance for sure. Let me know as well, guys, who you all think should get a chance. Because I think that's what the club's about, to give young players a chance. I mean, I think it's going to be hard, because I think if we are bringing more players in, more squad depth, then it might be harder for the younger players to get a chance. But listen, we've had the opportunity for Ranieri to get chances, and I think with Ranieri as well, I think he has a lot of game time last season, and then Arteta kind of stopped it a little bit, which I was a bit confused about. So yeah, I think I'm definitely fascinated to see what Arteta plans are, and bringing some of these younger players in. So yeah, I don't know really who other than that, who we would give a chance to, because I think it's quite hard to give these younger players a chance. But I definitely think Dalman would get a chance in the games. I mean, I think the FA Cup, the League Cup, I mean, those are the games you're going to get. But I think it's going to be really hard to see some players get the chances. But yeah, I don't know really. Let me know what you guys think as well, because I'd love to hear about that as well. Big up to Nanka. No Thomas Partey, who is Zubimendi's backup. I mean, listen, right now we don't have a backup. That is the thing. Like, we just don't have a backup, really, do we? I mean, if we are being honest, the midfield, Marino can play midfield. I mean, I do probably prefer Marino in an attacking position a bit more. I think it probably suits him a little bit better. Havertz, I also wonder Havertz next season, what role is Havertz going to play? Because for me with Havertz, like, obviously we know he's a striker, but he obviously can play midfield. And if say we brought in Sesko or Gyokeras or whoever we bring in, they will be our starter in time. I mean, they might not start the season as a starter, but they will end up being our starter. So I think as well, it definitely gives us more competition, and I'm really hoping that Arteta can, bring in, more players as well. Squad depth's important, but a great question as well, because I think it's a big problem. I think that is going to be a big problem. Like, as you mentioned, we need a backup. Because I think as well, as I said before, Thomas Partey going to next season, he would have been a squad player. He would have been a backup player. I think Thomas Partey, if he would have stayed at Arsenal, he would have probably started the season. Then Zubimendi would have gradually got more minutes and ended up playing. So yeah, obviously it's a real shame that this is the situation, because I think we are quite light in the midfield. I mean, like I said, if Rice gets injured, then do we have anyone that we can trust, in that backup position? I'm not sure we do. So yeah, for me, obviously it's not ideal, and it's a bit worrying to think about it. So I'm hoping Arsenal have in their mind to bring in another player. So yeah, I do hope that we can definitely improve in the squad, that for sure. I think we need that massively, because Partey obviously had such a big season, and I feel like for me, he is obviously being important for us last season. So it's going to be really, really interesting to see how are we going to deal without him, because I think we're going to look like a different Arsenal team without him. I mean, unless we bring in a really good backup player that could really compete, that could really, challenge how Partey was. And it's obviously hard, because I just thought Partey would have been at Arsenal for a lot longer than what he has been. I always thought he would be here for, a few more years. But as I said in other videos, he might not be happy with his wages. He might not be happy with the money. Other players might be getting more money than him, and he's thinking, I'm playing all the time, playing week in, week out, I want more money. So I think there's definitely a lot of factors with Partey, but a great question from Tananka, because I think we definitely need a backup, and I think we're going to really struggle with that backup. Like, if we didn't have a backup, then I think it's going to be incredibly hard for us. Going into the season, pre-season, injuries happen. I mean, last season, how many injuries did we face? We faced a lot of injuries, and they definitely had a big impact on our season, and I'm worried that could happen again. So I think we definitely have to be careful, and we have to make sure we have the right squad depth. And yeah, I mean, we want to rest some players and be able to have them there. It's going to be extremely tough to deal without, Partey at Arsenal. I mean, I think with the Partey thing, what really frustrates me even more is the fact that he's going on a free. And to be fair, I mean, if Arsenal really wanted Partey to stay, they probably would have paid him the money. But I guess Arsenal maybe can afford it, or maybe they don't want to pay him money. I think with Partey, I also do see it as a fresh start, but I just think it's now the time, because we all know we need to improve in our attack. We know that, the striker, the left wing, the midfield is so important. So I feel like it's probably the wrong time for Partey to leave. I think in my mind I would like him to stay for a bit longer, because we need so many improvements in our attack. I mean, as I said before, in the whole team, I think we could do 6 new players. And obviously, outgoings will probably happen throughout the season, so we're going to have to see as well which players leave. I do think Tross or Demotinelli, one of them will leave. I wouldn't be surprised about that, to be honest with you, because one of them might not be happy with the lack of game time that they're getting. So yeah, that won't surprise me at all if one of them leave Arsenal. And I think you can't blame them either, because I think having that time is important. playing as well. I mean, Trossard will definitely want to play a lot of football as well. Martinelli has really proven himself to, help us as well in big moments. So yeah, I'm definitely interested to see what happens. Tanga says, what about Taylor Hines? Yeah, I did do a video about her. I think that was about a week or two ago. Nothing seems to have developed on that situation. So I think my impression is that Arsenal are interested in her, and that's about it right now. Like we've not put any bit, we've not really gone out our way to get her. So yeah, obviously, I'd be very happy with her. I mean, for the women's team, some of you might watch this and might not watch the women's team, but we obviously have Emily Fox at right back, and the backup, Veen Reuter, was on loan at Man City. And she's definitely going to go. I do not see her coming back to Arsenal. So yeah, Taylor Hines is a fullback, and I think we need that. That's not as such competition, but more squad depth. So I really hope if we are going to sign Taylor Hines that. Yeah, she'll definitely be an important player, but I also don't see how she would. I don't. She's very happy with Liverpool, and she's always spoken quite highly of Liverpool. So I would be very, very surprised if she did leave Liverpool. I think it would be maybe a little bit of a shock, but yeah, I think we're going to have to see how that does develop. In the weeks. I mean, as I said, the window is open, so a lot is going to happen, and a lot of exciting things might happen for us. So yeah, we're gonna see what happens with Taylor Hands, but she would be on the free as well, which would be great as well. A great bit of business, and I'm excited to see how Renee does do at Arsenal. I mean, she had half a season, she won the Champions League. I mean, it's crazy. So can you imagine what she can do for her own summer, her own window? And going to next season, we definitely have to take Chelsea down to the wire and win that league. I think that'd be amazing. So, yeah, it's obviously exciting to see what is going to develop next season. But Taylor Hines has been the one that we've been linked to pretty much quite closely. Obviously, we have been linked to other players, but not as much. Taylor Hines seems the one that's been the most sort of keen, the one that's developed this much. But yeah, that is obviously the latest on Taylor Hines. I think it's just Arsenal have been interested in her. I don't think the club would want her to go, but at the same time, her contract ends this summer, so it's completely up to her. If she wants a challenge, then she can come to Arsenal and be a good squad player for us. But you think to yourself, I mean, she's coming to Arsenal, like she's probably thinking, Arsenal have just won the Champions League. I'm gonna be at a team that have just won that. Like, I definitely see this happening, and I think she'd be happy to come to Arsenal. But at the same time, if she wanted to take Liverpool, then that's definitely up to her as well. And it's going to be interesting to see if that's what she wants as well. So yeah, obviously, I'm fascinated to see if she's going to join Arsenal women. But obviously, right now, that is obviously pretty much the latest on that. I mean, nothing's really developed. And yeah, obviously, when there is more updates regarding Arsenal women, I think of course, I'm going to be here to do videos about it with the window opening as well. And yeah, it's going to be exciting to see who is going to join Arsenal. But yeah, obviously, Arsenal women have just only shown interest in her. Obviously, Arsenal women have going to have a big summer. We've won the Champions League, so I think that's incredible. But I think it's going to be interesting to see who else we can bring as well to the team, and how we can improve our team for sure. We have also been linked to Olivia Smith from Liverpool Women as well, another Liverpool Women player. Also, Chelsea Women have been interested in her as well. So I think with that, I think it'd be quite hard to get her. She might want to stay at Liverpool. We just don't know that situation yet. But yeah, I mean, she would be a good signing for sure. She's really a stand-up player for Liverpool. So I think she's another one on Arsenal's radar. I think it's definitely good to have a lot of squad depth. I mean, we shown last season that in the league, when we had our last few games, when we had squad depth, we really struggled. The players couldn't step up, unfortunately. So I do think it's going to be important to have rotation, competition. Competition is always so important in football. So I think Arsenal are doing the right thing to add that competition. I think competition is always very healthy. I think competition makes players even better, improves players. So for me, I'm obviously very excited to see how Arsenal can improve. The women's team can improve. But yeah, obviously, as I said, with the women's team, I'll always do stuff on that. But because nothing's sort of been announced yet, I haven't had a chance to. No point me doing anything just yet. Because there's not been many rumours of the women's team. To be fair, it's just been literally Taylor Hines, which Tanaka asked me about. Um, so yeah, with the women's team, that is obviously pretty much the situation. But obviously, yeah, the men's team, not much is obviously happening just yet. But Zubimendi is going to be announced, I'm pretty sure. In hope, do you know what? If we can announce someone this month, I'm going to be happy. Because I think as fans, we have waited, we have really been patient this season for us to sign someone, and as I said, it's been a difficult process, just waiting and hoping that, um, as I said, things can happen. But when we sign our first player, I think this fan base is going to go wild. I think we're all going to just be so relieved. And as I said, we don't know what Arsenal are doing behind the business. They could be doing a lot of stuff right now that we don't know about. But I really hope Arsenal keep them busy because, as I said, as fans, we just want things to happen fast and we just want some announcements to happen. So yeah, that is obviously the latest regarding Arsenal. I am going to stay on here for about 15 more minutes, as I'm happy to continue to answer your questions you guys may have for me as well. I just want to make sure I've not missed anyone's question. Yeah, I really appreciate all of you joining in today. Yeah, so obviously the latest today is just pretty much yeah, it's pretty much just Zubimendi coming to London. Arsenal have been linked to Chelsea and Madueke. Obviously Nico Williams has joined Barcelona now, and obviously Victor Gyokeras. He is just rumoured to Arsenal. He wants to an Arsenal, but are Arsenal going to get him? That is another question. I don't know what we're going to do about him. Um, um, Hello, what about Vivian Leah? A good question, actually. I am really hoping that Arsenal women are going to give some of these younger players more of an opportunity. There's obviously a lot to go through. I mean, she's only 18. She's so young, and I think now. I mean, I think there's a time and a place as well. You have to give these players chances, and I think the same with the men's. I think you've got to give them um, chances in the cup games, in the League Cup, or when if you're winning comfortably. I think you can give these players a chance. There's obviously a lot of players regarding the women's team that I could discuss. I mean, obviously Katie Reid's at Arsenal and she's been getting more minutes, and I hope that can continue to happen because she's done amazing. Obviously Vivian Leah, I hope the same could happen for her next season. As I said, she is very young and she's got so much potential. I do wonder if maybe she will be going out on loan. Are we going to give her more chances? And that is another thing because we know how good she is, and yeah, that is definitely an interesting one for sure with her. There's obviously a lot of the academy players for the women's team that I do want us to give a chance to. But yeah, I think Arsenal women have been quite good with that. I think it's hard to get into this first team. I'll be honest with you with the women's team. I know Tia Goldie came through the academy, and obviously now she's moved on, but it's very difficult for these players to get through to the first team. I mean, Tia Goldie obviously went on loan somewhere and she got a lot of minutes, so she's obviously quite happy there. So I think with Vivian Leah, I think we just got to hope that she can try and get in the first team at some point because she's definitely got a lot of potential. I mean, obviously she's so young as well, and I think it's going to be interesting to see how she does do because I think she's very good. I think she's definitely a player that has really shown her worth, and yeah, obviously there's players like Freya Godfrey as well. I mean, I'm excited to see her. I mean, I don't know if with these players that have gone on loan, are Arsenal women just going to get money for them, or are they going to move on? Because I'm sure the players that come through the academy, their dream will be to play for the first team. I mean, we've seen players like Leah Williamson, um, come through the academy, showing how she can get in the first team. I know Ruben Moyes a little bit different. She came to the academy, she went over to America and obviously played there, and came back. So I think it's definitely going to be hard to get into the first team. I think it's always quite difficult because you look at how good it is now, and I think back in the day, I mean, it would have been very hard for Leah to get in the first team, but I think you just got to work really hard to do that. So yeah, with the academy players like Vivian Lee, I think it's going to be hard for her to get in the first team, but I don't know if she'll sort of play somewhere else on loan. Obviously, I'm really happy to talk about Michelle Agumang because she is another one as well who played at Brighton. I know she's at this Women's Euros this year, and obviously I'm very happy for her. I think that's amazing. So yeah, I think it's going to be great to see what's going to happen with her. I mean, if she has a good Euros, I definitely think Arsenal will keep her. I think Arsenal should keep her anyway. I think we need sort of a backup for Russo. I think we need sort of that maybe competition. I mean, I hope she can get more game time, but yeah, Michelle's someone who has proven herself throughout the Euros. So um, I'm gonna be interested to see how that develops. But yeah, obviously Arsenal regarding that question, Arsenal women have a lot of players that have definitely got potential to get into the team, but I think it's really tough because you look at our squad now. It's going to be really tough. It's going to be really hard. But I think every player is obviously so different about getting in the team. Every player's situation is going to be different. But yeah, obviously a lot of these academy players have gone on loan to get game time, and I think a game time definitely helps you as a player. It doesn't mean that they're not going to get in the team at any point. I mean, if you go on loan, sometimes it can work out for you. I mean, I remember Katie McCabe when she was at Arsenal. She went on loan and then she came back, and it's look at Kate McCabe now. She's gone on to be a club legend, and I think if you go on loan, it still can work out for you. I just think that it all depends on everyone's situation. Everyone's situation is obviously completely different, but obviously, yeah, with the women's team, I'm hoping next season we are going to see more of some of the youth players. I mean, like the men's team, I want to see more of the youth players with them. I like to see that happen. I think it's great to see them get an opportunity, and for them to get their chances. So yeah, hoping that that can really really happen next season. And yeah, I do wonder, like I said with Michelle Agumang, if she's going to come back to Arsenal or if she's going to obviously maybe go somewhere else. Do Arsenal think can we get money for her instead? I do think money is obviously important, and that's an important part of football. But I'd rather keep her for sure. I'd rather her develop at Arsenal and yeah, really, really, stay here. Also, regarding the women's team, I did want to mention as well. Carl Denty and Russo got a big nomination, which I'm so happy to talk to you about. I mean, they both, how important have they been for Arsenal this season? They've been absolutely incredible, and I'm obviously very, very excited to talk to you about them as well. So yeah, they've obviously been nominated for Player of the Year awards. It's going to be hard to pick myself who I think should get that award out of them too. I know Erin Cuthbert, Mary Fowler, Hashigwana from Man City, and Tolis Joyce at Man United, who's had a really good season. So I just wanted to briefly mention that as well. I really hope that either of them could get that trophy. They both deserve it. They really do. I think it's a real tough decision for me to pick who I think deserve it. But yeah, it's going to be a tough one, but I'm obviously I wanted to mention that as I'm really, really proud of them for working really hard all season. They've won the Champions League. They've both been a big part to play in our success. So obviously, I wanted to mention that as I'm over the moon about them getting that recognition, that award. Um, Grunt_fan says Cardente for me. Yeah, Cardente, she has been incredible. Like, can we just say what a sign she has been? I mean, I enjoy watching her. I think she's amazing. I think she's a credit to herself, and yeah, she's been like such a big part of Arsenal this season and why we've been at that high level, why we've been in finals. I mean Russo at the same time, Alessia Russo has been equally as good. I mean, they're both different type of players. I mean, for Russo, like the goal she scored, she's been so consistent, and I do want to give a shout out to Rene because Rene has been a big part of their development. They've obviously done really well and they've really improved. So I think Rene's definitely had that belief in them from day one, and Rene is always great for confidence. She is really helped these players get their confidence back, and obviously I'm really proud of Rene for doing that, and that just shows you what a great manager Rene is. And Rene's obviously shown us all what she can achieve in half a season. Like, can we imagine Renee in a full season, which obviously will happen, which I'm excited about happening because I think she's obviously so amazing. So yeah, Renee Seconds obviously is incredible, and I'm so happy about us winning that Champions League. But yeah, obviously, Cardente and Russo have been nominated for Player of the Year, which obviously is amazing. Listen, they might not get it. There is a chance it could go to Erin Cuthbert, who has obviously won the double at Chelsea. And I, listen, Erin Cuthbert deserves that nomination. She has done incredible. But I know, I think to win the Champions League, I think that's a lot harder in a different way, because it really shit. Like, when we played against Barcelona before, like, we've really struggled, and Chelsea struggled against them this year, and it feels like it really shows you the levels of, Chelsea, and they're really good in the league. They're so good. I think winning the league is harder, but I think the Champions League in women's football, I think the team's a lot more difficult. I mean, Barcelona, we know how good they are, and that was a really tough game for us, but we really showed that we can do it on the biggest stage. So for me, obviously, I'm still really happy that we've done it. But yeah, we're going to have to see who does get the award for that. I mean, I'm hoping that it's one of the Arsenal girls for sure, because they've really done amazing for us all season. But obviously, that is pretty much the Arsenal stuff. I'm going to end this in about 5 minutes, as I'm nearly been here for an hour today. Do you know what? These streams go so quick for me. Like, they go like that. And I can't lie to you guys, I've really enjoyed today. It's been so much fun to be on here with you guys and chat with you all about Arsenal, men, the women's team. Obviously, I said with the women's team, there hasn't been too much to talk about lately, so I obviously will be back when there is more to have a chat about. Sorry, Kevin, I completely missed your question. How much of the transfer fee goes to the player? I don't actually know that. If anyone does know that, do comment down below. I'm not too sure though, but a really good question. Thank you, Kevin, for your question. Thank you, Kevin, as well, for popping in. If anyone doesn't know the answer to that, let me know, because I actually don't know stuff about the transfer fees and all of that stuff. I'm not too sure with that. But regarding the Arsenal, as I said, when there is more news to discuss, when, like I said, today there's been more updates, so that's why I jumped on here today in the video. When there's going to be more updates, I'll be back as well to do more videos as well. As I said, for the women's team, I'll be back when there's more updates with them. Obviously, the Women's Euros is literally around the corner, and I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I'm really excited for that. That is in July. So yeah, obviously I'll be doing, as everyone knows, I'll be doing content with the Arsenal women. Obviously the men's team, hoping we sign someone very soon, hoping Zubimendi can be announced in the upcoming week for sure. And yeah, I'll be doing videos with the Euros. Next week I'm going to have a few guests on my show, so there will be a lot more stuff with that coming up. So yeah, obviously very, very excited. But yeah, thank you all for your support on my shows. I really do appreciate it. It has been really great to chat with you all today. As I enjoy interacting with you all, and obviously on these shows there can be new people that do join in. So I have really enjoyed chatting with you all. And yeah, a big up to all of you for your love and support. It's really much appreciated. And yeah, obviously it's been great to chat with you all today. I've really, really enjoyed. Yeah, I've really enjoyed it, guys. Thank you all for everything. Thank you all for watching. It's been a really great show, and I've really enjoyed chatting with you all. Thank you, guys. Thank you, Gunnar fan. I really appreciate your question. Great show. Thank you so much. I really, really appreciate you popping in, and yeah, thank you for your support, everyone. I'm really, really grateful. Like I said, if you are new here, don't forget to like this video. Do subscribe here too, guys, if you're new around here, as it would help my channel a lot. But yeah, thank you all for watching. I hope you all have a good day. Obviously, for me, the weather is too much for me right now. Like, it's just too much. I can't deal with the heat right now. But as I said, thank you all for your support. It's very much appreciated. And yeah, I will see you in the next video. As I always say, I will let you know on my Instagram, which is Gonna Gossip TV, my Twitter, TV_Goon. I will also let you all know when I'm about to go live, or when I'm, I'll always give you guys some sort of announcement when I'm going to go live. I just have one last question here, actually, that I want to go through before I end this. Big up to Nanka. Do you think we can stop Chelsea to win the WSL next season? Yeah, I do think we can. I think obviously it's going to be tough because Chelsea are going to have a really big summer ahead. I know that for sure, and then Man City are as well. Um, I never in a million years thought we would win the Champions League, and I think it's really shown me that we can actually do anything that we set our minds to. So yeah, I think we can do it for sure. I think the squad we have now is a very good squad, and I think if we can keep some of our best players, then absolutely. I do think that's the one thing we need to win now, because there's been a lot of these players that have been here for a while, and we've been so close to the league quite a few times. We've never been there yet. So yeah, for me, I think we can do it. I think we have to stop them, even if we have to go down to the wire with them. I mean, we haven't been too far away in recent years. We've been maybe 5 to 10 points away, but obviously as well with the season and with the league obviously getting more teams, and I think it will make it more of a harder thing to do to win the league. So yeah, obviously, hoping that we can stop Chelsea for sure. But thank you for your questions, Tanka, and it's been great to chat with you as well about Arsenal women. And thank you all for watching today. I'm happy to also do like a Q&A type of video next time as well, if you guys want to drop in any questions. For sure. But thank you for your support. I'm really grateful. Like I said, I hope you'll have an amazing day. And yeah, I will see you very soon. As I said, don't forget to like the show here on your way out. Do subscribe here too. And I will see you all soon. Bye, guys.